Good morning, welcome back to the channel Awesome Learning. Today we are going to study about heart sounds and ECG. Children, what are the sound of heart? There are two sounds, lub and dub. During each cardiac cycle, two sounds are produced. The first sound is lub. It is due to the closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valves. So, when the tricuspid and bicuspid valves are closed, this sound is developed. And the second sound is dub. It is due to the closure of semilunar valves. So we all have studied now how the conduction takes place inside the heart. So we all know that tricuspid and bicuspid valves, when they close, the semilunar valves are open, and when the semilunar valves are closed, the previous ones are open. So closing of these valves produce these sounds. So one heartbeat comprises a lub and a dub. So this is all the sounds of heart. Now next topic, which is very important, is electrocardiograph, also called as ECG. Children, it is an instrument used to obtain electrocardiogram. Now, what is electrocardiogram? Electrocardiogram is the graphical representation of the electrical activity of the heart during a cardiac cycle. So, when the person's heart is undergoing a cardiac cycle, that electrical activity is represented graphically on a sheet of paper, as you see here. This is called as electrocardiograph, and that representation, graphical representation, is called electrocardiogram. Now, to get an ECG, a patient is connected to the machine with three electrical leads, one on each wrist and on the left ankle. One to each wrist. So there are two wrists. So two of them are connected on the hand at the wrist, and one is connected to the left ankle. So three electrical leads are connected onto the person. And these three electrical leads will monitor the heart activity. And if some detailed evaluation is to be done, multiple leads are also attached onto the chest region. But if a normal ECG is to be taken, so basically three electrical leads are only connected. Then an ECG consists of following waves. P wave, as you see, this is the P wave. P wave represents the excitation or depolarization of arteria, which causes arterial systole. Now, if you remember, heartbeat always starts from joint diastole. That means all the four chambers are relaxed. But then SAN produces a stimulus, and arteries or both the atriums are contracted, which is called as arterial systole. So P wave will give us the representation or a message that arteries have been contracted. So the excitation of this arterial systole is represented by P wave. Then comes QRS complex. As you see here, this is QRS complex. This represents depolarization of ventricles. That means the ventricles are contracted. So QRS will tell us that ventricles are getting contracted. Then comes the T wave. T wave represents the repolarization of the ventricles. Okay, repolarization. See, again, that the ventricles have been repolarized. So T wave will give us the repolarization or the recovery wave, you can say, of the ventricles. Recovery wave of the ventricles. So this is a normal heartbeat. P, QRS and T. So all these three waves represent a normal single heartbeat of a person. So deviation from the ECG, if the ECG is not like this, any deviation from this will tell us that some abnormality or disease is there and the heart is not beating up properly. So ECG has a great clinical significance. You can see this is the ECG of a normal person, and this is quite fast because you see the QRS complex is very close. You see the ventricle, this means that the ventricles are getting excited much earlier than they are supposed to be. This is the slow heartbeat, the QRS complex are too far away, and this is a irregular heartbeat because the QRS complex are not formed properly, as you see here in the graph. So this ECG is quite important because it tells us the normal functioning of the heart, that the heart is beating up properly and the cardiac cycle is normal.